Today, we're still covering Burkina Faso. Yes, this is, I think, the number ninth video that I'm putting on this channel on Burkina Faso. If you're new to this channel, hey, consider yourself a subscriber because we're going to hit hard on Burkina Faso and other part of African country that's making tremendous headlines that you need to know about it, headlines that we have to be aware about what's going on the continent, especially for those of us who are outside. And Burkina Faso right now is the hardest country in Africa. And I'll say that because lately, I would say a decade ago, people don't hear about Burkina Faso. No, you don't hear anything about it. It's just there. But this time around, that President Ibrahim, he is carrying on the country on his back. And we are seeing the impact every day. And the latest news reaching us right now is that Niger is also following the step. I think that president right now, he has actually proven a lot of African leaders that you guys are wrong. You guys are greedy. You guys have done the wrong thing. Because in 3 years, the man has single-handedly transformed that country from grass to grace without any foreign loan. That shows that other countries were capable of doing the same thing, but because of greed or short-sightedness, or I don't know what to call it, is it the work of the devil? I don't know what to put it, but it's been very slow. And he has shown that, listen, we've been begging for a long time, but we can stop begging and we can start building our own self. One country that's following that step right now is Niger. Niger shares border with Burkina Faso, West Africa. And the West African countries are already taking the lead in area because they are tired of France. East Africa is not really booming in case of killing because Britain doesn't really care that much. Yeah, you really don't see the influence of Britain in Africa right now. They're a bit behind, but France is right there like that because France needs West Africa. And these countries are tired. They want to be set free. And France somehow does not want it. Now, Niger is saying that right now. Burkina Faso and Niger, we are brothers, all right? Let's through all these colonial boundaries and we won. So right now, there's no border between Burkina Faso and Niger. They've merged it. So the goods and services can be moved, back and forth. You know what I mean? So that it can boom the economy. And you see, countries like France will not like this. Hey, you are Burkina Faso, you are Niger, you're different. No. Before colonial period, this country won. Remember, Africa has, I think, 4 empires. There's one called the Songhai Empire. Remember, that's another one that just escaped my mind. But they were just empires. And one empire is made of the current 5 countries today. So the Europeans divided this country. These are all one people. There was one. So look for instance, Europe. You see what they're doing, but they don't want Africans to do it. After the First World War, if you study history, all right, Europe has really been devastated and hit hard by the effect of war. War is easy to start, but hard to stop, and the effects are always there. So what did Europe do? What they did is that they formed a union, the European Union, all right, and eliminated borders. So if you have the EU passport, you go to France, you go to Germany, you go to Belgium and the other countries, and they have one currency, euro. France, on the other hand, has used one currency, the CFA, to control Cameroon, Congo, Gabon, Equatorial Guinea, Chad. 5 African countries use one currency from France. You see? That's how France has got this country on, the balls like this. France is not stupid. Why would France not allow different countries? Now, look for example, Britain. Britain was more involved in indirect rule. So each country has its own currency. Nigeria has the naira, and Ghana has the shilling, and other countries. But France, as greedy as France is, grab 5 countries and put their head together like this. You guys are my slave. You see? Now, if Niger can merge with Burkina Faso, maybe come with their own currency, bit by bit, these countries will definitely unite. I know North Africa is France too. Algeria, Tunisia, they also French colony. But those guys, they have their own way. The Arab guys, they not even consider something to African, the way they do things. So let's forget about that. West Africa, this is where France is definitely reaping the benefit and has got to stop. Imagine that these borders are eliminated And I thank God that this things are happening right now with social media. The influx of information is right there. It doesn't matter where you are, you can grab it. Everybody right now is a reporter. Gone are those days where you need satellite TV to watch news going on and it can be censored. Now everybody is a reporter. As long as you possess a cell phone, in your hand, you can definitely report and people can see and they can know what's going on. And this man right now, he has escaped or survived, I think, 9-10 assassination attempts. You see, why is it that you want to fight for your household, for your country, and then people are mad? They say, no, my people need to feed themselves, and now it's a threat because they know that if you're strong, you don't need their help, and they will be screwed. Especially France. France owns the highest gold reserve in the world, with not even one gold mine. Switzerland is famous for coffee, not having one cocoa plant. You see? So sometimes I say it's not even what you have, but what you can do, the influence. Now, I think this is a very great move that Niger is doing, copying the footsteps, and I do believe strongly that other African countries can definitely copy what Burkina Faso is doing. If you're not seeing that, they must be blind or just must be greedy, because the man is doing a fantastic job. And a young, vibrant man, emerged like a hero, and he's just doing what's supposed to do. You don't see him with just Western foreign Swiss bank accounts or private jet. No, he's for the people, and people like it. Very soon, imagine if these countries, they have one passport, one currency. You can say, no, France, we are done. We don't need a CFA. Let's produce our own currency. It doesn't take that much. And watch France goes down like that. It's easy to crash France. I know they might go into war about biological weapon, as we all know, things like COVID and other things like that. But we all know that France is not happy about it. And I think that we have to congratulate Nigeria for that boast that she has taken. And we do believe that other countries can find a strength in that being able to stand on your feet, it's power. Being able to decide for yourself what your people need is power. Being able to cut your people off these foreign aids and asking for loan left and right is powerful, because once you don't owe anybody, you look at what Burkina Faso is doing. It can be copied even to your personal life. If you're not owing anybody, you're powerful. Yeah, contrary to what people think that the receiver is benefit. No, the giver is more powerful than the receiver, because once you keep receiving, you're weak, and the man that gives you can tell you what to do. Talking about all this diplomacy. So people are waking up right now. We're seeing the tremendous effect, and I love it. So if you've been watching, and if you're watching and you're from Burkina Faso, you're from Niger, man, go to the comment section and comment. And let's put our head together. Let's see what's going on. And information is powerful. Might not be able to cover everything, but if you're there, and I actually learned the other time that a man from Burkina Faso is called Burkina Bene, something like that. I never heard about that. You see? So we learn every day. So big shout out to you guys in Niger. Next thing is that I know you're not it's not using, I think Niger does not use CFA. Burkina Faso doesn't use CFA, which is good. CFA is just for Central Africa, and Cameroon being part of Central and West Africa is using it. So there are 5 countries: Gabon, Congo, Chad, Equatorial Guinea, and Central African Republic. These 5 countries. And Chad, sorry. They're using it. So if they come together and say, okay, no, we're done, then France is finished. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and I'll be right back.